Hey there, everybody. Pete Pardo here from Comic Book Users. Welcome to another episode of Inside the Cover. Today, we're going to take a look at a cool issue that I just picked up from Captain America and the Falcon. It's issue number 143, Power to the People. Now, you'll notice 25 cents. It's got the full flat spine on here, and it looks pretty thick, almost like a giant size. So this is one of those interesting issues here, and I'll read you directly from the letters page at the back. Dear Marvel reader, our bullpen bulletins page elsewhere in this issue exults over the fact that beginning this month, our comics magazines have risen in size and price from 36 pages to 52 pages, and from 15 cents to 25 cents. However, we thought we'd use this additional space to drop a personal line to each and every one of you faithful ones who have loyally supported Marvel over these last few frantic years, and to explain more fully why the change. At first, we intended to go into a long spiel about how everything you buy costs more in this inflation-ridden world of ours, of course, about the rise of the price of movies, magazines, almost all media and media entertainment. And we figured we'd probably talk a bit about the ever-spiraling printing costs, about increased payments to the writers and artists in this wacky business of ours. In short, about how the 15-cent comic book, after only a couple of years of life, is, to put it plainly, just no longer a feasible item. Right? And they go on and on and on and on. But as we know, for those of you who have been around long enough to read, it did not stay at 25 cents. They went back down to 20 cents and had that for a while and back to the normal pages. I mean, when you really think about it, did they really think they could raise it 10 cents just like that, and then for every single issue to all of a sudden pump out an additional almost 20 pages per comic? Yeah, that was never feasible, right? So anyway, I just wanted to kind of throw that out there because I was reading this, and I remember when I first got this, I was like, oh, why is this so extra thick? I'm like, oh, it was that time. Yes, that's right. So as you can see, it's actually a good idea I decided to do this because we just did a tribute to the late Johnny Romita Sr. recently, and he does all the artwork for this particular issue. Tala's not interested at all. I did notice there's a big rip here on the cover, so I got to be extra careful of that. But Stan Lee proudly presents Gary Frederick and Johnny Romita special letter by Sam Rosen. And this comes, I'll be very careful when showing this. I'm not going to go too in-depth in this because it's a pretty long issue. But I do want to show off the artwork. All right, so there we got, they were fighting the Gray Gargoyle, and of course is Cap and Falcon and Agent Carter, along with Nick Fury. So S.H.I.E.L.D., Cap and Falcon were fighting the Gray Gargoyle, and now they're going back to S.H.I.E.L.D. headquarters. All right, so you can see there's Dum Dum Dugan as well. Great artwork from Romita. Romita only had a short run here on Captain America, but I thought he did an excellent job, and I did want to kind of show off the artwork here. Here's, of course, Cap and Sharon Carter in a relationship at the time. Falcon fairly new as the team in the team with Captain America. He still has the green outfit, as you can see. So here they're going to document a little bit of what happened with the Gray Gargoyle. And then Cap and Falcon go home while Nick Fury and the rest of S.H.I.E.L.D. off to do what they got to do, right? Look at, there's a young Arnold. Look at that, huh? And this was from, what year was this published in? This is 1971. Sorry, very young Arnold. So, of course, this was also the time where Steve Rogers was doing working undercover for the New York Police Department. New York City Police Department, right? So he's kind of, nobody really knows who he is. So he's moonlighting as a police officer. And of course, he's always late. Because, of course, he's got other things going on. Then we got Sam, goes back to the neighborhood. So this is very indicative. Most of this issue here is very much driven by the race issue that was going on in this country here. So, of course, Layla is this woman that Sam is very interested in, but she's very much working with the People's Militia in Harlem. Okay, so these are all the African-American folks who are, tired of being put down by white people. That's what was going on. So most of the storyline has to do with that, and they're all gathering and trying to put something together, and they are being kind of egged on by this group of people and by this guy in particular. Okay, who's really going? He won't show his face. He's all costumed up, calling him the man. So he's the one who's starting a revolution. So it's the start of the Black Revolution. There's lots of, I mean, the dialogue here, I'm not even going to go into it. The dialogue in here is very much of its time. Would probably be quite shocking to some people today to see the comic books actually had this. But she convinces Sam to go to one of their rallies, and it gets a little out of control. He's trying to talk to people that this is not the way to go about doing it. Of course, they start beating up on him. She kind of stops them from really putting a hurt on him. So they take him away. And then there's Steve and Sharon out on a date, and Sam gets dropped off right at their feet. So now, there's actually 3 chapters in this particular issue here. So then Cap goes on the scene. He finds out, what's going on. There's like a boys club that's being attacked now. So Cap is battling them. Look at this artwork, right? If you're a Spider-Man fan, remember Johnny Romita's work there. I mean, this looks very similar. He draws great, like people and women. He always did a great job of drawing women. I think, like here, you can see Sharon and Layla. I mean, look at just... So now it's like trying to figure out exactly who is in charge of stirring up everybody and who the masked man is. And Cap, I think, both Cap and the Falcon have kind of an idea. So they've got to infiltrate and go figure out if their hunch is correct. Okay, look, $6.98, a Polaris nuclear sub. Only $6.98. Can you believe it? So here, they find out where the masked folks are. They bust in. And as they show all of the mob, the angry mob, as they start tearing off the costumes, they're actually, the guys who are under the costumes are white. So meanwhile, the mob thought they were all black just like them. And as it turns out, that is not the case. And then, that masked dude is a genuine honky, right? Yeah, exactly. So now, of course, the leader is tears off his mask. Who do you think it is, folks? Who do you think it is? That's right. It's the Red Skull. All right. Back from the dead once again. Now the battle begins. Action-packed finale. He's got all sorts of tricks up his sleeve, as the Red Skull always does. And he makes his getaway, of course. Live to fight another day. And then at the end, as Cap and the Falcon prepare to part, so now all the angry mob is now, they're kind of calmed down a little bit. They're like, all right, we got to rethink what we're doing here, whatever. And Cap says to the Falcon, well, all's quiet for now, but who knows what little something it will take to make them explode again. And Falcon says to him, I don't think I like the way you put that, partner. We got reason to blow up. I got some value reassessing to do. I'll get in touch when I know where I stand. Wait, but I didn't mean. So all of a sudden, because Cap is like, oh, did I say that right? So he goes back to his office. Layla shows up there. Now, obviously, there. Cap actually followed him to go talk to him, but then he's like, maybe not. So Cap says to himself, Sam with the militant girl, I can see this is no time to try and square things with him. If he's that close to her, perhaps there'll never be a right time. Could it be that I'm losing yet another partner? There's been so many, it has to be my fault that it never works. Perhaps I'm finally learning that I was destined to be a loner. Cap heads for Las Vegas in the next issue. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. Kind of like an interesting little one-off, right? But, more importantly, it just depicts all the race issues that were going on at the time. And, all these years later, is it that much different, right? Not really. Right, but also a great, sadly, not really, right? That's the sad thing, and great artwork by the late John Romita Jr. So this is actually pretty timely. We're doing this. I do say I don't really like the new logo, the logo they did here. They only did it for a couple issues, I believe, with the yellow. Doesn't really work at all. But and interestingly enough, you got Falcon's newer colors here, but yet in the issue he's with the green. So it's almost like they knew they were going to make the change with the outfit, but then Interesting, right? So thanks for watching, everybody, this edition of Inside the Cover from Comic Book Geezers. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also, there's a link down below to the Sea of Tranquility merch page where you can go all the way down to the bottom, and you'll see Comic Book Geezers t-shirt and coffee mug if you care to help support us here. And thanks for all of that in advance, and we'll see you real soon here with more stuff. I am Pete Pardo for Wild Bill and Kirk as well. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.